From Fox 55 Sports, Sports Director Justin Prince with the area's most local sports. This is The Locker Room.
All right, with that, we say good evening to you all. Welcome inside the locker room. My name is Justin Prince. Thanks so much for making us a part of your Friday night plans. And man, let me tell you, today sure didn't feel like a night for hoops outside. Yeah, it felt more like football weather, but make no mistake, we are in the heart of hoops seasons. After tonight, just 2 weeks remain in the boys' regular season, which means conference championships are starting to come up for grabs. 3 conference crowns can be claimed tonight. Those would be the SAC, the NE8, and the ACAC. We're going to start things tonight with the SAC. Thanks to a Bishop Luers loss to Southside on Tuesday night, all that stood between Wayne and a second straight SAC title was one more conference dub. The Generals just needing to get through. You guessed it, Southside did clinch that championship. Let's get you down to Winchester Road. Wayne, 16-3 on the year, 7-0 in SAC play again. Just need to get through the Archers to win their second consecutive conference crown. We're going to pick things up in the third quarter. This one was pretty tight for most of the night. H.G. Dillard, no on the shot attempt, but gets his own board and the bucket. Big second half from him. Generals go up 10, but the Archers hanging around. Cadell Wallace, beautiful feed inside to Zach Belcher for the bucket. A little bit later, how about more from Mr. Belcher? Gets it in the post, and then he's going to get the turnaround jumper to go. Cuts that General lead back down to 6, but Wayne would answer right on back with a little run of their own. Off the miss, Chase Barnes feeds ahead to Preston Comer for the layup. That lead would extend back to 10, but the Archers, they wouldn't go away without a fight. DeMarcus Barr, check out this play. Pump fake, sends his defender flying, hits the bucket, lead down to 6, timeout Southside, but it was all Wayne after that. Just too much from the Generals. Dillard throwing down the dunk. Might see that one a little bit later. A few possessions later, Javon Lewis, no, but guess who's right there? Dillard, the board, the bucket, the foul. 14 points for him tonight, excuse me. A little bit later, Kalen Williams-Thomas on the break. Hoop and harm for him. Generals run away with their second straight SAC title. They get the victory tonight, 68-52. All right, moving on in the SAC. Everyone else just looking up at the Generals now. We head to Eugene Parker Court. Concordia hosting Homestead for a conference tilt. Starting in the fourth quarter, this one was close. Cole Hayward throws up a prayer, airballs it to William Schlegel there to get the board and the bucket plus the foul. Cadets bring it within 5. Schlegel goes to the charity stripe, but he can't sink it. So Homestead gets the rebound, and the Cadets have to foul. They send them to the line. Alex Graber at the stripe. He hits both of these, extends the Spartan lead. Less than 10 seconds left. Concordia trying to make one last push, but the Spartans steal the inbounds, and Will Jamison, second game back after his car crash, and he gets one last nail in the coffin. Homestead wins this one 54-47. You're fine. All right, back to the south side of town we go. 2A number 2 Luers looking to rebound from Tuesday's loss to Southside, taking on Snyder. Good game early in this one. Ketron Pascal drives, kicks to Boston Conley, and Kieron Billingsley already knew. 3 ball. Panthers up 3 early, but Luers answers right on back. Wesley Wesley Javins. They call him the Saltine Sniper. Here he is sniping that Conley pass. The steal dishes to Darian Truesdale for the finish on the other end. But hey, Snyder sticking around. Quaylen Clopton, no hesitation on this pull-up three. Panthers go up 4, but Lures would wear him down eventually. Truesdale, kid is just so good. Looks effortless, gets to the cup. He had a game-high 25 points tonight. A little bit later, ball going to somehow stay in bounds here, and it's going to find its way to Carmani Davis. Pump fakes, gets into the lane, gets the floater to drop, and then off the Darian miss, you're going to see Danny Kelly here for the board and a bucket. Lures pulls away in the second half to take this one tonight. They're back in the win column. Knights win 66-48. Second to last stop in the SAC comes over at Dwenger. The Saints playing host to Northside tonight. Eugene Young helping out the Legend cause tonight. Some nice defense. Gets the steal, the fast break Jay. Legends up by 3 early in this one. A little bit later, more from Northside. Julius Davenport on the break, gets it to Young again. Northside extends that lead to 5. Young with a hot start tonight. Here he is with the board and the putback. Northside goes up 5 early. Saints would start to get some offense in after that. Aslan Nolan gets the drive, finishes down low, cuts that lead down to 3, but then Northside answers right on back. Davenport finds Jackson Fugate for the bucket. Lead back up to 7. Dwenger with a little bit of fight in him. Luke Jackway finding Caleb Lehrman on the break for the bucket. The future Indiana Tech Warrior finishing it off right there. But the Legends pull away late and win this one. 69-44, your final. All right, final stop in the SAC comes out at Charger Fieldhouse. Northrop still looking for conference dub number 1, visiting Carroll tonight. Northrop, they get on the board first. Ahmad Salam gets the bucket on the drive, but the Chargers answer quick with a hoop and harm here from Jackson Pardon, the future Bowling Green Falcon, with the nice finish off the glass. A little bit later on in the first, Dallas Lawrence gets the score off the dish here for the Bruins. Cuts that lead down to 3, but Carroll, they were too good on their home floor tonight. Carroll back in the attack. Jair Sampson gets the steal and the bucket in transition, brings the Chargers up by 5, and then they start to heat up down the stretch. Cannon Hauser out in front of everybody, and he knows how to finish. You might see that one later. 20 points from Cannon, throws it down there. Chargers take down the Bruins 68-45. You're fine. All right, let's hit up ACAC country now. 2A number 10, Adams Central, looking to lock up a second straight ACAC crown, visiting rival South Adams. Jets out to the hot start against the rivals. Isaac Schultz hits the shot over 2 defenders. AC takes a 14-point lead, and that's not the last you hear from Schultz. Later, showing off the range, hits the 3-pointer from the top of the key. Lead now to 17. South Adams looking for a little bit of a spark after that. They find one here. Owen Warner turns the steal into 2 quick points for the Stars. And then Derek McKean helping things out. Cuts into the lead here. Bangs home a 3-ball. That's going to cut the lead down to just a dozen. But AC, man, they are so good. An impressive effort from Isaac Schultz tonight. 20 points for himself in the first half alone. Adams Central rolls to a second straight ACAC crown, 78-45, the final. All right, down to Monroeville now. Battle of the Patriots tonight. Heritage hosting Jay County, and it was the home Patriots coming out cooking. Landon Liebarger knocks down the 3-ball. Gets Heritage on the board. They're up 3. A little bit later, off the inbounds, Noah Redmond just signed to play baseball at Indiana Tech. He can hoop a bit, too. Gets the bucket inside, extends that Heritage lead. Hey, they weren't done, though. Colby Meyer left alone on the wing, and number 3 going to bury the 3. Caps an 8-0 run to start the game for Heritage. Timeout, Jay County. And the visitors would respond after that. Graydon Swovelin thinks about it. Pulls, hits the triple of his own. Next time down the floor, great ball movement here. Parker Nichols on the drive. The beautiful dish to Wesley Bean for the beautiful bucket inside. 3-point game until a few possessions later. It's Swoveland again, this time from the right wing. Another triple. Knocks the game up early. This one was back and forth all night. Here's Heritage's Torian Brown from downtown. Puts the Pats back in front, and then a few possessions later, how about three more the old-fashioned way? Lonte Castle. You can give him the hoop and the harm inside. Heritage pulls out the dub in overtime. They pick up the win, 67-64 your final. All right, let's head back south to Bluffton. Tigers stepping out of conference play, hosting Northfield. Third quarter, Tigers in front. Northfield trying to get back in this ballgame. Jake Perney, nice little up and under finish, but just too much from Bluffton tonight. Check this out, off the miss. Tigers get out and run in. You're going to see Carter McConnell on the break, throwing it down. Bluffton goes on to win this one, 45-38 tonight. All right, that's it for the SAC and ACAC, but don't you go anywhere. We sort out a jumbled mess at the top of the standings in the NE8. Will Belmont claim the crown outright? Will Columbia City spoil the party? Those highlights and more for you next in the locker room.
This is the locker room.
Hey, welcome back inside the locker room, boys and girls. Well, we already saw the SAC, ACAC titles both get wrapped up. The NE8 crown can also be claimed tonight. The question is, by who? With a win over DeKalb last night, Belmont claimed at least a share of their first NE8 title, but they could still win it outright. That all depended on tonight's matchup between Leo and Columbia City. The Eagles need to win to share the crown with Belmont. If they lose, the championship solely belongs to the Braves and the Braves alone. So let's start things out for you in Whitley County. C-City hosting Leo. Eagles, again, need a win to claim a share of the NE8 title with Belmont. Join you in the fourth quarter, under a minute left. Stratton Fuller at the line for the Eagles. Knocks down a pair, so he extends that C-City lead. Back to the line here they go, and a C-City bucket, and a Leo with the rebound and a shot at the buzzer. It's going to be a little too late, unfortunately, for the Lions, as Leo falls in this one. Columbia City wins 64-61. Eagles share the NE8 crown with Belmont, so we've got co-conference champs between the Braves and the Eagles. Here's reaction from both.
Very excited. I mean, this is something that hadn't been done in 8 years, something we've talked about, and this group of guys is just a whole lot of fun. And you could probably watch, if this is the first time seeing us, that not one person cares who's scoring the basketball, not one person cares if what's happening throughout the game as long as we win. And I think that's what makes this group so special.
As a team, we played really well together, and we were able to hit a lot of good shots, and we worked together as a team, and we just played together well.
That was a big goal to get crossed off the list, but we still have goals on there. Our job's not done. The sectional nets aren't cut down first weekend of February. So there's still work to be done. We have to take care of business next week. We got to win the practice on Monday.
I think we feed off of each other. One person does something well, and we're excited for them, and I think it just kind of gets the energy going, and it just kind of all starts from there, and we keep going and just keep rolling after that.
All right, so shout out to the Eagles and the Braves. Those NE8 champion Braves already finished conference play yesterday, stepping out of league play tonight, hosting Angola. Game itself fairly close early on. Nice move from Dane Lance. He dances in, gets the Hornets within striking distance. A little bit later, you're going to see Lance again. The full court pass here to Tommy Caswell. He goes in and gets the bucket to go. Angola within 5 at this point, but from there, yeah, it was all Belmont. Those champs showing why they are the champs. Jack Shyman with a nice drive. The bucket stretches the lead back out to 9. Nice little Euro step finish from Mr. Shyman. A little bit later, Cord Filling driving, finding Dylan Velez down low. Belmont extends their lead up to a dozen. And then the Braves, yeah, they got really going after that. In transition, Shyman, nothing shy about this one. Going to step into the big three. He finishes with 26 points. And Belmont cruises to the victory tonight, 65-41. All right, next stop in the NE8, we're going back into conference play. Bob Strait Court, Huntington North hosting Norwell tonight. Going to pick things up early in this one. Huntington North with the first points of the ball game thanks to Zach Nash. 3 ball, and the Vikings take a 3-point lead. A little bit later, how about more from Mr. Nash? Or should we call him Steve Nash? I don't know. whatever. 3 points again. But third highlight now. Let's get to it. More from the Vikings. The board, the bucket. That's Dalton Husband with the rebound. And then Norwell coming back the other way, though. Noah Comer gets him on the board with the jumper. Coming up right here. Cuts into that lead. Norwell would go on to take care of business tonight. Blaine Freiberger coming up with a bucket of his own as the Knights eke out a victory tonight, 48-46, your final. Final stop in NE8 play comes at Armstrong Arena, New Haven, squaring off with East Noble. Pick things up in the third. Knights were trailing in this one. Until that, they get the steal, and then on the break, they stick with the play. That's Mason Hankins with the bucket. A little bit later, Riker Quake getting inside, getting another bucket to finish. Knights go in front, and that's where they stay in this one. East Noble comes from behind to win 45-39, your final. To NECC territory we go. Fairfield, Central Noble, Lakeland, all with one conference loss enter tonight. Cougs and Lakers squaring off in LaGrange. Pick things up early. Kian Arroyo for the Lakers. Left alone, hits the three, but back the other way. The Cougars hanging around, they have an answer. Drew Pleat cleaning up the miss, gets the bucket to go. Gets Central Noble on the board. They're down 5, but a tight ball game all night, but it's the Lakers who come out victorious in the end. Anthony Kancharian, 3 to end the first quarter. Lakeland wins this one, 56-51. All right, it's time for our play of the night. I think we're going to head back to Wayne Manor. Check out H.J. Dillard. Big night from him tonight in transition, throwing it down. 2 hands for safety. Remember that, folks. 14 points for Mr. Dillard tonight. Wayne takes down Southside. You see the dunk one more time. 68-52 Generals our victory. And that's a second straight SAC title for Wayne.